Hi everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
I can't hear at the back. Good morning. Awesome. Let's get started. So we are from Devtron and his name is Tron. So inspired by Iron Man as well. Interested. So welcome everyone. Today I will be going to talk about releases, a piece of cake using platform engineering. Who am I? I am Akanksha Bhasin, a Developer Community Evangelist at Devtron. I take care of all things community and marketing over here with a focus on global adoption. And apart from that, I'm also Women Tech Makers Ambassador and founder of Women in Voice India. And I've spoken at multiple events and conferences. And you can connect with me over my socials on my Twitter at Akhi_20 or at my LinkedIn handle, Akanksha Bhasin. So why care about platform engineering? Before getting started with platform engineering, if anybody in the audience know what is platform engineering all about? Anybody?
Infrastructure is code.
Quite close, but not actually. So there's a difference between infrastructure as a code and platform engineering teams. Okay. So let's talk about how it originated actually. So there's a thing like platform engineering is basically the workflows and tools that help you enable and design processes for self-service capabilities for developers. And there's a slight difference between DevOps and platform engineering. DevOps is basically a cultural shift where platform engineering provides you the tools and services to help empower developers orchestrate the process. And DevOps is basically the cultural shift and platform engineering is helping it enable it. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm building a house where there's a DevOps team. So the construction crew, that's the development team, as well as there are some architects who are the DevOps team. They together build the house. So that's the process. But how platform engineering helps? The platform teams actually provides the pre-concrete mixture, the prefabricated walls, and together they build the house. So as you can see, it enables the process. So that's all about platform engineering. And now let's talk about why care about platform engineering. So platform engineering actually helps us to accelerate the process and helps in developer productivity. It reduces the cognitive load over developers. As you can see, there are a lot of multiple tools. You must have seen that CNCF landscape map. It has multiple tools, right, ranging from troubleshooting, monitoring, CI/CD pipeline. Like once when I saw it for the first time, I was like, whoa, will I be able to even learn or know about that? But it's not like that. With platform engineering, it can help you help you in this process. Am I audible at the back? And apart from that, it also helps you in the developer experience as well. And you must have heard about hello. Okay. Apart from that, it also helps in the attrition as well. Like if your company has a good developer experience, there's a high chances of more like global teams attracting towards your organization as well. Apart from that, it also helps you reduce cost as well. So this is a diagram of platform engineering. So as you can see, there are three layers: infrastructure complexity, as you were mentioning about the infrastructure. And on the top, we have the product and services team. And in the middle, we have the platform teams. So infrastructure complexity actually enables the digital platform where they provide reusable components, tools, platform services, and knowledge. So knowledge could be some AMA guides, getting started resources, and this is actually used by the software engineering team by an API or a gateway like X as a service or via developer portal. So product teams can use. So this is like the whole diagram how it actually works. So in this way, you don't need to handle multiple tools. It's everything from your developer portal itself. So here's a quick meme. So developer is going towards like the heaven, and he thinks like Kubernetes is like a piece of cake. He will be able to understand it well, but down the path, he goes down into the hell of tools where he have to handle multiple tools. So this is the case with every developer, even DevOps engineer while getting started. So what are the principles of platform engineering? The most important principle is having a product mindset, and apart from that, enable developers to provide seamless, intuitive dashboards so they can easily use all the tools and services within the platform. Like the current scenario is you have to write YAML files and integrate multiple services, which takes a lot of time. But with platform engineering, everything can be accelerated from maybe the whole process of migrating and creating processes might take a month, but with platform engineering, it can be done with few weeks and even few days as well. So here's a quick meme where we are talking about the developer-centric approach. So there's a man and he thinks Kubernetes is just like a piece of cake. That's the top of my title, and it's like a baby, it's like a child's play. He will be able to handle everything. So this is the expectation of each and every developer. But in reality, that kid who turns out to be a monster. So you can see at the back end, there are a lot of tools, is everything burning. So this is actually the reality of each and every teams that happens. So how can we solve it? By having a developer-centric approach. We need to prioritize developer productivity. We need to design intuitive user interfaces. Like either you can buy platform engineering products like the platform, or you can also have it in-house as well. So that's a different topic. It's like build versus buy thing. Maybe we can discuss later. And apart from that, having on-demand access to resources, no manual provisioning, one-click rollbacks, pre-configured deployment templates for common environments. This can help you have a developer-centric approach. So next comes the abstraction of complexity. So how many developers in the house, maybe by a show of hands? Okay. And how many DevOps engineers or platform engineers? And how many are neither a developer or a platform engineer, maybe another role? Okay, so there's a mixed audience. So for developers, I have a question. Do you like writing YAML files for each and every services? Yes or no? Nobody likes it. And do you like all those networking complexities? Answer is no. And a question to all the DevOps engineers: do you like integrating cloud native tool? Do you think it's really easy? It's like a day process or a week, or does it take like a month or maybe more than that? It takes time, right? And even the orchestration of cluster. So that's an important aspect of platform engineering, to have an abstraction layer. So as you can see, there's multiple things: load balancer, ingress, kubeproxy. So there's a whole in the top. It feels like it's really easy to use, but at the back end, there's a lot of things. So that's why abstraction helps to enable this process. Okay, so there's another meme, and everything is burning out there. People are going haywire. It was like everything was abstracted already, but still there's no organization in the team. They're almost like directionless. They don't know what to do next, even after abstraction. So what must be the case? Let's see. So that calls for standardization. Apart from abstraction, there's also more like a core principle, that's standardization. Standardization helps you to have like processes and workflows within your organization. It could be some coding practices, architectural patterns, or a set flow for pipelines that you can enable. So having consistency across environments make it better to use it, and having policy driven pipelines. So maybe you can enable security scanning in your pre-CI pipelines as well. So, and having better pipelines and scanning, which actually result in an improved efficiency as well. So please wait while the wizard provision the infra. So our sweet Dumbledore is actually a DevOps manager over here, and he's saying all the developers in the line, like, please wait, I'm provisioning and it's taking some time. So developers are waiting, okay, it's taking still a lot of time, which actually results in increased feedback loop for developers. So how will we solve it? By having a self-service infrastructure. Having on-demand provisioning of infrastructure with auto-scaling, you can scale up or down resources quickly. So this means all the resources that are not used could be either destroyed or can be waited. So there's multiple things, even like I'm talking about my company Devtron. So we have things like maintenance window and blackout window. So we have those Black Friday sales, right? When there's a lot of folks coming on your website, and sometimes your websites also gets down. So through automated scaling, we can definitely increase the workload and can manage all of them. So during the blackout window, we can have a set time, like all the deployments will not happen at a specific time. So that's a blackout window, no deployments, so that there's no error happening. And second is like a maintenance window. So during those times, maybe you must have heard about Kotak apps going down for some maintenance periods. So this is the work what maintenance window actually does for a specific time frame. It actually, all the deployments can be done only that maintenance period. And second is having easy error identification and troubleshooting. So right now, what happens, developers need to go to DevOps managers, let's say they have some error. But with having a self-service infrastructure, a lot of things can be automated. Maybe you could have some alerts and notifications in your system, and the developers don't need to depend on the DevOps team for finding errors in their applications. It might happen that they can check their logs themselves by downloading the logs from the platform, and they can, if there's error from the developer side, they can solve it easily. So there are some additional considerations as well. So in talking about increased application complexities, so right now, if it's like a small project or side project, you don't need Kubernetes. But as you scale increases, big teams and sometimes even side projects also mature. So it might be deployed across web, mobile, IoT. You can see a lot of microservices talking to each other. So with increasing complexities, it's important to have like a catalog of services, and there's like a resource browser in Devtron, which helps you manage everything at one place. Next, we talk about frequent releases. So here you can see, like in 1980s, a new release actually took 12 months to come. And in 1990s, it increased, and the velocity, so it meant like new release took 3 months to come. And around 2000, every 3 weeks there was a new release, and in 2010s there's every week there's a new release. But in today we have releases every few seconds. There was a case study which I was reading about Netflix. So there are hundreds of deployments every day that's happening. So for having frequent releases, we need actually a stable platform where we can manage, troubleshoot, build, deploy everything from a single interface. And next is resource and cost optimization. As I was talking about scaling down resources for either for network, compute. So there's a diagram which shows cost, performance, and reliability. Not just about other things. Other organizations focus on the cost side, performance side, and reliability. You can see like 3 containers and application settings. So it's really important for folks like companies to save some cost as well. So platform engineering can help us enable that. So overcoming the challenges of platform engineering with Devtron. So here's a quick glimpse of what we have covered till now. So platform should provide proper abstraction for complexities. It could increase and help you provide a user interface, and also reduce a learning curve for developers as well. Developers don't need to learn all those tooling from a single interface. They can integrate multiple tools. Ensure a standard process of execution is followed. So having consistent workflows, enabling best practices within teams, and having code quality is really important. The last aspect is automation. having streamlining repetitive tasks and accelerating deployment cycles. We can also have pre-configured deployment templates as well. So you don't need to write again. And even for YAML files with these platforms, you don't need to write YAML files for each and every service. Everything is configured right inside it. And automating testing, builds, and deployments. And the last aspect is flexibility and scaling. So adapt to changing business needs. So there's a thing like DevOps people don't rely on developers. They don't trust them actually. But with platform in place, they are able to trust them because they are set sort of guardrails within them, because their governance is also there and automation is also there. So they can now trust developers as well and work more collaboratively. And rest is easy integration with services. So this is our product like Devtron at a glance, how we are actually helping developers as well as DevOps teams. So we have self-serve for developers where you can see, you can also containerize, you can also test and scan, and you can also deploy. Right now there is a case for deploying, people are using other services, and for troubleshooting and monitoring, they are using other services. But in the platform, like at Devtron, you can integrate all the tools within a single interface and can use it via services. And next is control and visibility for DevOps teams. So you can have deployment strategies, you can perform rollback for multi-clusters, you can also have monitoring and troubleshooting. There's also security enhancement features as well, like you also take care of the DevSecOps. You can have Trivy or Clear integrated with it as well, and having feedback and notifications for decision making and faster feedback incorporation. So since we were talking about releases, we also recently rolled out a new feature called releases. So think of it like maybe like let's say Android is the release unit and 15.0.1 is like a releases feature. So what releases actually does is simplifies the deployment process. It actually packages everything, including microservices, dependencies, and release sequences into a single bundle. So this actually helps all the release managers to like have everything at one place. So how is Devtron different? So all that I have covered, that's there in this talk. So right now Devtron offers on-prem security. You are able to trust yourself. While with other SaaS providers, there's trust us thing, but people actually don't trust us regarding their data. Second, it provides a single pane for build and deployment with RBAC, but there's disconnected build and deployment systems with other tooling. There's collaboration as an integral part of the platform. Collaboration happens outside the tool for other platforms. Next is Kubernetes plus, it includes Kubernetes clusters and workload visibility through multiple dashboards, but in others we have limited cluster and workload visibility. Either there's a specific tool for each and every service, and they need to take care of each and every tools to monitor those. And the last is it also includes Kubernetes cluster and workload debugging capability right inside the platform. While for others there's like limited debugging capabilities. So last, there's a tweet which I really liked by Kelsey Hightower. So platform engineering is like a gym membership. Anyone can buy into it, but results actually require work. So yeah. And maybe you can scan us on GitHub and star us. It's github.com Devtron Labs/Devtron. Would be happy if you star us. And you can check out our repo. I will take a pause. So thank you so much. You can know more about our website at devtron.ai. And we also have an active community on Discord. And you can ask questions related to Kubernetes or maybe Devtron. There's multiple channels like Devtron installation, Kubernetes, Novice. You can ask. And we also have an active blog as well. We roll out multiple blogs on Kubernetes, GitOps, security, like the Kubernetes ecosystem in general. So yeah, thank you so much.